Shalom, brethren. This is the humble servant again, Apostle David Godson, back again with part 9 of Talk on Prophecy. Remember the part 8 where I stopped? I stopped about private interpretation of prophecies. Well, I'm going to continue from where I stopped today. So they give prophecies private interpretation. They have visions. They have dreams, they have heard voices, but then they give it a private interpretation. And when you give something a private interpretation, what happens? You will be sentimental and end up, even though you saw something, but saying the wrong thing. Out of the plan and the mind of God. At the end of the day, it does not come to pass. It's not fulfilled. Then you have deceived the people and yourself. It's not left out. That's the danger of just getting up to give message that is not interpreted properly because you didn't cooperate with the Holy Ghost to get the exact meaning of the message, or probably let other people who can read the meanings. Like Isaiah gave prophecies but never interpreted it. Some of the prophecies were interpreted by Jesus Christ. And some of them were interpreted by the apostles. That's how it happened. The same thing with Jeremiah. So meanwhile, let me go on with the part 9, where we are. I'm still talking about how we get our messages. That's what I'm dealing with up to now. So part 9, I'll continue from where I stopped from the other day. It's connected. I will keep going on. Then I'll take you to the book of Numbers chapter 12. Numbers chapter 12. From verse 4, I take it from verse 4, and I'll be stopping at verse 6. It said, the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses and unto Aaron and unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And the three came out. Now do you see what happened? God brought these three out, Miriam, Aaron, and Moses. But the Bible says, and the Lord suddenly spoke to all these three at the same time. All of them heard his voices at the same time. They heard what he said at the same time, and they responded. This one, they heard the voice. God speak to them clean and clear. The three of them heard the voices at the same time, and three of them responded. They all went out to meet with the Lord. The Lord wanted to deal with them, to say something with them, but do not want to do it in the presence of other people. So the Lord called them all out, and they all went out to be with him to hear what he had to say. Then look at verse 5. The Bible says, and the Lord came down in the pillar of cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. Now this happened when Miriam and Aaron were talking against Moses. They were really attacking Moses. You know, Moses had done something they faced he shouldn't have done. So God came in, called Miriam and Aaron and Moses to come and meet with him. And they went to the tent of meeting. And when they went there, the Lord came in the manifest form of the pillar of cloud. And the Lord called the name of Miriam and Aaron and said, come closer. And they went nearer. And the Lord began to speak to them. Now they heard the voice of the Lord and they saw something clean and clear. Now, this is not, you don't need interpretation, this is clean and clear something. It's not something that you just have to find a way to interpret. This is different. Anyway, I will explain it as we go on. The Bible says in verse 6, and he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision. And I will speak unto him in a dream. Are you catching up? Now, Moses don't receive visions and dreams. With Moses, God talked to him in a different way. But Miriam and Aaron are prophets too. They are prophet and prophetess. But then God said if there is a prophet, he will make himself known to the prophet in vision and speak to him in dream. You know my problem with some of our prophets today? They are pretending as if they don't dream. As if they don't receive message in dreams. They are pretending as if they are living in heaven. and they are bringing words there directly to us here. And in that way, they are deceived to deceive others. Because you just have to come to understand that truly, God speaks majorly to so many prophets in dreams and in visions. Most of the prophets receive their messages in dreams and in visions. And that is the truth. They got their message in dreams and in visions. That's what God is saying here. Not everyone, because there are some that are exceptional, that God don't speak to them in dreams and visions. There are some, which I'm going to explain as we go on gradually. We're going to explain. But the majority receive their messages in dreams and in visions. The majority. Do you know what I want to tell you? Vision and dreams are subject to interpretation. So where the prophet got the problem is not in getting the message. It's in translating the message to the understanding of their listeners. They end up interpreting it to suit what they want, to suit their natural mind. The message did not come in a natural way. It came supernaturally. And they needed a supernatural ability to translate it to their hearers. But what they do is, they try to bring that message into their mind and try to process it within their mind and want to present it out according to the level of their own mindsets. And they corrupt it. That's why I met a man of God once and I said to him, the lady you guys are saying you have a message that went to hell. Maybe you have a message, I don't doubt it. But you guys have hijacked it and corrupted it. And you doctored it to suit you. That's what people are doing. They take a nice message, probably a very nice message given by God. They doctor it, screw it to suit their own theology or mentality. And they think that they can boss God in their mind. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Beloved, messages are beyond human mindset. That's why they say it's not by private interpretation. Messages are given by God supernaturally, and it requires supernatural understanding to translate it to the mind of the listeners or hearers. Eventually, people receive messages, but not having knowledge on how to translate these messages, to present it to the understanding of the people in a perfect way that God had planned originally. They translate it to suit them on their own temperament, and their own wish, and their own will. And when they do that, you know what happened? People end up listening to a message that never came to pass. And it becomes like fake and false. Maybe they actually got a message. Maybe they actually had a voice. They actually got a dream, a vision. There is nothing so big for you to say, I saw a vision of a light passing. I don't know what it means. If you don't know, you don't know. If you know, then you know, you explain. If you don't know, well, probably somebody had the gift of understanding like Daniel, who will interpret. Now, God confirmed here that to Miriam and Aaron that he speaks to prophets in dreams and in vision. So the majority of the prophets receive their messages in dreams and in visions. In other words, if they receive their messages in dream and in vision, it shows that every single of their prophecy requires interpretation. And by tomorrow, I'll be showing you the examples of prophecies in visions and in dreams and how it was interpreted. I'll begin to show you the examples so you'll be able to understand what I'm trying to say. But I want you to know that the majority, apart from those who hear voices which I talked about yesterday, today there are many people who prophesied actually got their message. The majority of them got their messages in dreams and in visions. But eventually, they do not understand that dreams and visions is subject to interpretation, and interpretation must be done by the ability given by the Holy Ghost. Otherwise, you leave it for those who have the gift of interpretation to interpret it. If you cannot interpret it. Otherwise, you go about interpreting it and making things to go out of hand. And like I said to you, I do not subscribe to any prophecy that comes at the eve of events or at the point of the event when already the problem has begun or the event has started. They started prophesying. I have a problem with you. That's why some people get it wrong. A man of God watched television, and he saw the prediction of the post in television. He used it to prophesy, and he fell. He didn't get it well. So it's dangerous to follow the trend of the world and prophesy alongside. I once, in 2016, if some of you who are in Sierra Leone remembered, there was a flooding here. CNN predicted there will be flooding. They predicted two, the first one, and they say the hurricane is coming. Now, before the CNN even talk about it, it's something the Lord showed me January 2016, and I announced it. And of course, the mayor of Freetown at that time heard about the prophecy. He knows about it, and he was preparing for it. And then, in the month of April or May, CNN talk about that coming, the flooding coming. And before they talk about it, we have already had the first one. I think about June ending in July. We'll have the first flooding. Then CNN talk about the hurricane coming and moving towards West Africa. Sierra Leone is going to be hit, and other nations will be hit. That's what they say. And Mayor told me we're preparing for that because CNN has said it. I said to him, the Lord showed me just one. And that one that happened is just all that God showed me. Everyone, anybody saying will not happen. I told him that. He said, sure, because CNN has just predicted that this is coming. I said, Mayor, listen to me. It will not happen. God showed me one. And that one is the one we just witnessed. This one CNN are talking about, I don't know where they pick it from. It's not going to come to Sierra Leone. And I tell you, it didn't come. Mayor waited. He said they prepared for it, but it didn't come. So they have to use the money for something else. So you found that people watch the news and they predict through the news. No, you don't do that. You predict when God is giving you a message. You give it out. When He didn't give you, don't watch the news and start giving messages. God speaks to most of us in dreams and in visions, doubtlessly, and it requires interpretation. And if it requires interpretation, it means you don't know it yet all. Either you have the gift of interpreting it, or you leave it for those who have the gifts. Or you pray to God to give you interpretation. Otherwise, hold the message if you don't know it. Or give it the way you have it and explain the way you see that it's a vision or it's a dream or allow other people who don't understand interpretation to interpret it. Thank you for watching. Share it to reach every other person so they can understand. And you help people out of mediocrity and ignorance. You would never can tell how many people you are blessing when you share this. This is the gospel. Help spread it across and you're blessed. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following on this series. You can feel free to call me and contact me on the lines up. If there's anything you're missing and you still want to learn, you're welcome. You want to be trained, you're welcome. I love you all. The Lord loves you more. Stay in the love of God. I love you. See you tomorrow at part 10. Shalom. Tata. Sierra Leone is safe. There's no war coming here. It's not going to happen. Be rest assured. Thank you, beloveds.